Good morning, adventurers. We are back at Mansfield Hollow State Park. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a toasty 24 degrees out today, but we are blessedly free of wind. So we are back to do the 4-mile hike that we were unable to do last time. This is going to go around Mansfield Lake and end up right back here. Let's go. All right, so here's where we're going to start off from. If we park at the main entrance, we walked all the way across the field to the picnic area, and right now we are standing at the entrance to the levee walk, that paved trail that goes along the drainage area. And the yellow trail starts right over here. So we're just walking here alongside the levee walk trail. You don't want to be up on top because I don't think there's any way down once you get up there. But you'll see, I don't know if you can notice on the camera, but there are yellow marks on the trees, and as long as the yellow trail is as well marked out as the red trail was, we should have no problem following it. In fact, it looks like this is where the yellow trail splits off, and we're gonna continue down this way toward the lake. So the yellow trail is in fact marked out, not with paint, but with these plastic yellow markers that have been nailed to the trees, which is nice because the paint markers fade over time, and these yellow tags, while I'm sure that they will get weather beaten, are not going to fade nearly as badly. And you can see we have a little arrow here that's telling us to go this way. Now, as we go, we are running parallel to the blue trail occasionally, and we are going to be in and out. So if you see some blue markers, don't worry, you are still on the correct trail. In fact, when we're on the trail with the blue, there should actually be 2 markers, yellow and blue. As you can see, this trail is very wide, and there are trails here, like this one, marked out for multi-purpose use. And what that means is it's for hiking and mountain biking. There are no motor vehicles allowed, no powered scooters or anything like that. But you can come out here and mountain bike, or I don't know, mountain board, I guess, is another thing you could do. Although this is kind of probably a little too flat for that. But very nice, very clear trails, easy to follow, without a whole lot of obstacles in the way. So I wanted to stop and point this out here. This is one of the inherent dangers of hiking in the woods, and I'm sure once spring comes along, the Forest Service will probably come out and take care of this, but on a very windy day, that could easily come out of the tree, and you don't want to be walking under it when it does. So pay attention to your surroundings. Be aware of where you are and what is going on. So this is unexpected. We came across a school and a field, and I wish the trail was a little clearer at this point. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go to the right. I see some yellow marks here, so I know I'm in the right direction still. So now we are crossing a road. So it's kind of strange. I just passed a sign saying entering hunting area. Although I know that there are signs also that say there is no hunting allowed in the state parks. Should I be concerned? I'm not sure. That is a very large rock hillside. Wow, this looks precarious. Happily, that was sturdy enough to hold me. So this is cool. I came to a little river along the trail, and this is a special wild trout fishing area. Now, of course, you need a fishing license to fish for trout, wild or otherwise. But I did not know that there was any fishing area here. I wonder if you can kayak on this river. This would make a very nice spot to come out and fly fish. So I came across this little signpost here. Apparently, you can do cross-country skiing here in the winter. All right, I am thoroughly confused as to how a wheelbarrow ends up out here in the woods. Like, what? All right, so I was beginning to get a little concerned that we were never going to see the lake on this hike. I've been hiking for quite a while now. I would say probably about 2 miles, maybe a little bit under. We are almost to the halfway point, which makes me feel like this is a bit longer than 4 miles. Maybe somewhere between 4 and 5 miles would be more accurate. I might have to go and check the map again. They do give you little mile markers between trails. So I might have to do a little math and add it up, see what the actual mileage is for this trail. But yeah, either that or the 4 mile that I've been doing at Brookland, that I've been using to gauge a 4 mile is maybe that's not 4 miles. Totally wrong. But yeah, we finally made it to the lake. And I think we're gonna walk along the lake for a little while, and then we're gonna go up to the stream, cross over, and then come back down to the lake as we make our way around the trail. So far, I gotta say, this has been not the prettiest walk that I've ever had. It definitely crosses a lot of roads, which, you know, if you're looking to hike in the woods, is kind of unpleasant. But I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's fall. There's not really much to see. Maybe in the summer when it's all green and lush, it'll look much more picturesque. But yeah, this is I'm feeling pretty good so far. We'll see how I feel by the end of the walk. But if you've hung in there so far, thank you very much. We're going to continue going, and we'll do the rest of the walk now. People are funny. So here's something you will definitely only see in the winter, because when all the foliage is on the trees, there is not much to look at out here. But with the trees all bare, this is quite a nice view. Maybe kayaking down whatever river this is would not be such a good idea. There seems to be some aggressive rapids along here that I've seen. I don't know, maybe do people kayak here? I'm not sure. I'm sure somebody's tried. Now, how in the world am I supposed to cross this? Huh? I mean, really? Seems like a poor place to make the trail. Hope I don't fall in. So I gotta tell you, this is quite an unusual trail. I actually just had to walk up somebody's driveway to get to the next trail marker after crossing over the river. Very strange trail layout. I mean, I'm sure they don't mind. I'm sure they have people doing it all the time, so they know what I was doing. But weird, yeah. So we are walking through a huge patch of rhododendron out here in the woods. Now, usually I consider rhododendron a weed and an annoyance, but at certain times of the year when they are flowering, I can only imagine that this walk is magnificently beautiful. And we are definitely gonna have to try and get out here at the appropriate time when that is happening, because with all of these in bloom, it would be spectacular. A lot of these little rivers coming in off of the hillside here. I can only imagine in the spring when the winter runoff is coming. This must be so wet. Along, and I found this Corps of Engineers U.S. Army survey mark. See, I'm not the only one crazy enough to be out here. I am excited to report that we have made it all the way around the lake to the boat launch area, which means that we are just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the picnic area that we started from. And I didn't show it, but there are actually people way out on the lake ice fishing. I didn't think the ice was thick enough, but apparently it doesn't bother them. I'm not really sure what they're fishing for, but we might have to look into getting some fishing licenses for the summer. I'm not going to do ice fishing, but if I can get a kayak or a boat and come out here, maybe we'll see what we can catch. All right, so that was it. We just hiked the yellow trail around Mansfield Hollow in Mansfield, Connecticut. And wow, am I tired. That was a lot. I'm going to give that trail a 3 out of 5 walking sticks for difficulty. I mean, the terrain was not terribly aggressive, but the length of the walk is definitely something to consider when you come out here. I probably hiked for about 3 hours, maybe 2.5. Now, of course, there were a couple stops in there, and I was doing video, so it might have extended the walk by maybe 15 minutes, but ultimately, that was a long walk. My legs are tired. As far as scenery and beauty, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to give that a 1 walking stick for views and just scenery. It's, you know, I've definitely been on nicer hikes, and you go to some of the other parks where you're hiking up mountains. There's definitely a payoff when you get to the top and you can look out and there's like a scenic view for you to appreciate, and it's a goal for you to get to the top of that mountain. And I didn't get that here. I mean, it was definitely, there was a goal. The goal was to get around the entire lake, and the lake was huge. So, you know, we did that. So yay for me. But I don't know. Maybe the scenery will change in the summer or the fall. But I don't know.
too many roads, too many cars. I didn't really find the walk all that scenic. But who knows? We'll do it again. We'll try it again. I mean, like I've said before, the walks change throughout the year, so it may be better in the summer than it is in the winter. So if you watched this all the way through, thank you so much for coming with me. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me comments. I like to hear from people watching the video of what they thought, what they'd like to see. And we are definitely be doing other trips to other places. Probably some museums, some entertainment spots. Right now in the winter, it's kind of difficult, but you don't want to miss out. So that is all for today. This has been my little adventure. Now it's your turn. Go out and find your adventure, and I'll see you next time.